It's early in the morning and you're ready on the road. Look at all these beautiful landscapes. This is the tea plantations, always a sight to behold. There's something about exciting about traveling and seeing all these beautiful landscapes, different landscapes as you go from county to county. And today we are taking a journey across counties. This right here is Nyamira County, county number 46, and then we'll get to Bomet County, and then to Narok County, and then cross over to Nairobi County, our destination. I've been in the village for 1 month, for 1 year, continuously. And while that has been quite like the vacation I needed, I'm excited about taking this journey to Nairobi, my city here in Africa, Kenya. And I'm just having a quick stop and then coming back to the village. I had to leave the village because if you've been here long enough, you remember that I relocated permanently to the village. But then again, there are those things that you still need help from the headquarters, and most of these headquarters are in Nairobi. Even with devolution, most services have not been devolved, and I needed a quick stop over in Nairobi to get that done. But beside that, I'm also excited for all the possibilities of bringing you along this journey. My adventure, it's quite an adventure for me, going back and seeing how things have been. There was a time I also went back, that was in 2023, and I was surprised that things moved. I remember thinking to myself, this is what happens when you, God forbid, die. Life just continues. You go back to the city and everything looks the same. The same people you used to buy stuff from are still there, still selling. Most of the shops are still there. Most of the hawkers or vendors are still there. Most of the shops are still there. And you're like, okay, nobody cared that I'm no longer here. Life continues. And that is a reminder to every day, put yourself first, love yourself first, because life actually does continue, especially in the case of black tax, where you feel obligated to take on a huge burden, thinking that the people around you might not even survive if you don't chip in. Guess what? When that time comes and you're no longer there, life will still continue. See all this beauty still here, even when I've not traveled through this road for the last 1 year. It doesn't matter. We are simply a drop in the ocean, and in our absence, life still continues. This is quite a phenomenal lesson for me, a lesson to remain humble. And I remember also a quote about life, that if you want to see the impact you have in this world, just get a bucket full of water, then you stir it as much as you can, and then you leave it. Guess what happens? It still settles. Regardless of the energy you used to make, or whatever the rubble you did, or whatever the whirlwind you used, the water still goes back to default settings when you stop meddling. So that is it. That's the beauty of life, and also the tragedy of life. That whether we are here or not, life will still continue. One thing with life, goes on. We had a stopover here at the viewpoint. This is the Great Rift Valley. as beautiful as it is dangerous. And this is the curio shop where you can get stuff made in Kenya, for Kenya, and also for tourists. These are handcrafts made out of soapstone, and also beautiful prints and drawings. And you can buy a few as a souvenir. See how beautiful the Great Rift Valley is. All that beauty of the landscape, but it's not habitable. It's inhabitable as it is because of all the possible eruptions that can happen when you decide to build here. Because the thing is, the land around here shifts. So you might build here and then it shifts and moves down and goes with you. So it's safer not to inhabit such lands. That's why you see all this landscape that is bare, not habitable. Taking this journey across the counties is quite an experience. Welcome to Kenya and experience the magic firsthand. From the landscape to the plantation to the agricultural activities to the people to the beautiful roads, because all along we've not had a bad experience in this journey with the roads. I guess that's also because now it's not as packed as over the holidays, so we didn't get any jam. See how clear the roads are. We are glad that it has taken around 5 hours, what could have taken over 8 hours to get to Nairobi, because we are just about to get there. Oh. See, quite a smooth ride. And those right there are baboons. You get to experience wildlife on the go. We got baboons, we got zebras and gazelles, and they come along the road most of the time. Today we didn't find zebras and gazelles, but many are the times that when you use this road, you're going to find them grazing nearby the road. I guess that's because this road was probably constructed in what used to be a reserve for the animals, so they often cross over. It's a free zone. But of course, the good thing is you have never in the experience gotten an encounter with the dangerous wild animals, and that's a plus, because that could be scary. Along the road we found these merchants selling charcoal. It's believed that charcoal from Maasai land is the best ever. It burns for longer and it's safer to use. I think it's because of all these shrubs that they have around here that are indigenous that they use to make the charcoal, and so it's highly reputable. So that's why we had a bag. We bought a bag from this point for use. It could last quite a while. There's beauty all around, don't you think? When you're traveling and you're not in a hurry, it's a magical experience. Explore Kenya. Welcome to Kenya.